### The mysterious case of Eliza Lam. The Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles has a notorious reputation, but nothing is more disturbing than the case of Eliza Lam. In January 2013, the Canadian student was found dead in one of the hotel's rooftop water tanks after being reported missing for several weeks. Surveillance footage from the hotel elevator shows Eliza behaving erratically, pressing multiple buttons, and seemingly talking to an unseen entity. Her bizarre actions have sparked numerous theories, from mental illness to paranormal activity. However, despite the unsettling footage and extensive investigation, the circumstances leading to her death remain a mystery. ### The disappearance of Maura Murray. On a cold February evening in 2004, 21-year-old nursing student Maura Murray vanished after a car accident on a rural road in New Hampshire. Prior to her disappearance, Maura had withdrawn money from her bank account and emailed her professors, claiming she was taking a week off due to a family emergency. Surveillance footage captured Maura withdrawing cash from an ATM and purchasing alcohol from a nearby store. But after her car was found abandoned, she was never seen again. Despite numerous leads and extensive searches, Maura's fate remains unknown, leaving her family and investigators grasping at straws. ### The creepy case of the grinning man. In 2014, a homeowner's security camera in the small town of Sandpoint, Idaho, captured something truly unsettling. In the dead of night, an unknown man with a creepy, exaggerated grin approached the front porch, looked directly into the camera, and then walked away without attempting to break in or steal anything. The footage quickly went viral, with viewers speculating about the man's identity and intentions. Despite the clear images and widespread attention, the grinning man was never identified, and his motives remain a terrifying mystery. ### The unsolved murder of Missy Beavis. On April 18, 2016, fitness instructor Missy Beavis was brutally murdered inside a church in Midlothian, Texas, where she was preparing to lead an early morning class. Surveillance cameras captured a person dressed in tactical gear, wandering through the halls of the church before the murder occurred. The suspect's distinctive walk and attire have been analyzed extensively, but their identity remains unknown. The chilling footage, combined with the lack of clear motive, has left investigators stumped and the case unsolved. ### The eerie abduction of Heather Cameron. In August 2012, Heather Cameron made a frantic 911 call from a rural area in Shasta County, California, claiming she was being chased and needed help. Despite the urgency of her call, it took law enforcement over an hour to locate the area from which she called. By the time they arrived, Heather was gone. Surveillance footage from a nearby convenience store captured Heather earlier that day, but no further traces of her were found. Her disappearance remains a haunting mystery, with her desperate call for help serving as a chilling reminder of her unresolved fate. ### The disturbing disappearance of Brian Schaefer. In April 2006, Ohio State University medical student Brian Schaefer went out with friends to celebrate the start of spring break. He was last seen on security footage entering a bar but never seen leaving. Despite exhaustive searches and widespread media coverage, Brian simply vanished without a trace. The footage shows Brian walking into the bar, but there's no evidence of him exiting, leaving investigators baffled. Was there an unknown exit? Did someone help him disappear? These questions have haunted those following the case for years. ### The enigmatic killing of the 𝐔𝐍𝐒𝐒 man. In 1984, Japanese candy company executive Katsuhisa Ozaki was kidnapped by a group of masked men and held for ransom. He managed to escape, but the perpetrators were never caught. The group, calling themselves the Monster with 21 Faces, continued to taunt the police and the company with threats and demands. Surveillance footage captured some of their activities, but their identities remain unknown. The case remains one of Japan's most infamous unsolved mysteries, with the cryptic messages and elusive suspects adding to the intrigue. ### The haunting disappearance of Sneha Philip. On September 10, 2001, physician Sneha Philip was last seen shopping near her home in Lower Manhattan. Her disappearance wasn't immediately noticed due to the chaos of the following day's events, the 911 attacks. Security footage from the shopping trip shows Sneha buying items at a store, but what happened next is unknown. Her remains were never found, and whether she perished in the attacks or met another fate is a question that continues to baffle investigators and her family. ### The unsettling mystery of the creepy clowns. In 2016, reports of creepy clowns lurking in neighborhoods and near schools emerged across the United States, causing widespread panic. Many of these clowns were caught on surveillance cameras, standing ominously in front yards or wandering through empty streets at night. Despite the clear footage, the identities of many of these clowns were never discovered, and their intentions remain unknown. Were they simply pranksters, or was there something more sinister at play? These cases highlight how even with the presence of cameras, some mysteries persist. The footage provides a glimpse into these chilling events, but ultimately, the lack of answers leaves us with more questions. If you found these cases intriguing, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most puzzling mysteries. Stay curious and stay safe.